The Genesis G80 is a comfortable, tech-filled luxury sedan featuring everything you could want from one of the Euros, like the Mercedes E-Class or the BMW 5 Series, but it's at a more comfortable Korean price. But is it still good after nearly a decade on our roads? Let's find out. Hello, I'm Alex Dalrymple. This is my channel, Four Wheels and a Seat, where I review new cars for people looking to buy a new car, don't know which one to get. I can help you with a simple, straightforward review. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, the notification bell, and if you enjoy the video, please give me a like. Built on the same platform as the larger GV80 SUV, the G80 is long and wide. It's 5 meters long, 2 meters wide, has quite the road presence, sits low to the ground, and just is quite eye-catching. I mean, you do notice these things on the road. They command a lot of attention. Up the front here, we've got quite a nice, shiny, sort of blingy grille here that's big and it's designed to take in a lot of air for the big V6 engine underneath. Genesis badge here that does remind me a little bit of Aston Martin. I quite like it. These lights, though, are the most eye-catching thing about the front. They are called micro lens arrays, and they are pixels within pixels. They look like jewels. Such a cool, strong look. And the daytime running lights here that run underneath it do double duty as turn indicators. Looks really good. And that forms a line that runs the whole length of the car from the front down the side right to the back. And you can see that here on the side with these two indicators that look like air vents running parallel with each other. 20-inch alloys in this 3.5 litre version of the G80. Again, that nice kind of grey colour that sort of covers up brake dust. Genesis branded brake calipers. You can see on the side here, this is a low slung coupe shape. It almost looks like a liftback, but no, it's actually just a normal sedan. We've got a sunroof up on top here that slides open, and this nice little bit of chrome here. Sort of reminds me a little bit of Jaguar in the old days, just a little bit. We've got a nice sleek line here that puts a nice crease in the metal. It runs the length of the car. Round the back here in these rear light clusters, which I really like. They remind me of like a Pontiac GTO from the 1960s, parallel with each other. We've got two big exhausts down the bottom there that make an acceptable noise. I won't say it is particularly earth-shattering, but it does make an okay noise. And even though this is only a little boot lid, it has to be powered open, of course. 424 litres of storage space. Under the floor, a space saver spare tyre. Enough room in here for a family for a weekend away perhaps, and all up, a really good look here in the Genesis G80. There are two engines available in the G80, a 2.5 litre 4-cylinder turbo, and this, the top spec 3.5 litre twin-turbo V6 that outputs 279 kilowatts and 530 Newton meters of torque, propelling this rather large sedan to 100 k's per hour in 5.1 seconds. Fuel economy is not exactly efficient. It's a thirsty 11 litres per 100 k's on a combined cycle, and power goes to all four wheels via an 8-speed automatic transmission. This is the third time I've reviewed the G80, but it's the first time I have reviewed the facelifted version. So the interior here is pretty new, and it's the same as the GV80 SUV. So in short, it's really, really good. Although I really like this color, it's not exactly practical. As you can see, this car has done under 10,000 Ks and is now starting to look just a little bit dirty. Imagine if you allowed children loose in here, how soon this beautiful leather would get quite dirty. But that aside, it is very comfortable and very nice with a really nice mix of materials. Again, this nice sort of soft touch here in the middle as well. And yeah, it feels very premium, very comfortable, and yeah, a really nice place to be. Tech-wise, well, the new thing for the G80 is this giant screen here that we've seen in the GV80. It's one big screen from side to side here, featuring two displays, the center console screen display and the driver's instrument cluster, but it is actually all just one screen. And yeah, software is magnificent. It is super responsive. It's really good. It features everything you could possibly want, of course. Wireless Apple CarPlay goes without saying. There is a 18-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system, which makes an epic noise. Moving down here, kudos to Genesis, still having separate climate controls down here on the lower console. It's all haptic touch and really easy to use. The The functionality of it is replicated here in the center screen, so you can see what's going on as well. Moving down, we've got the jog wheel here for the center screen, which I never use. I just use the touch because it's just a lot more intuitive that way for me. The gear shifter is this nice dial here, which has a nice sort of crystal kind of finish to it. Cup holders, wireless phone charging, and a center console bin here that opens with dual lids, 2 USB-C ports in here, and there's also UV cleaning for your phone. So if you need to clean your filthy phone, you can just pop it in here and it will be cleaned by UV light. Head-up display on the windshield. Instrument cluster has a few different display modes, but the one I like is the virtual screen in front of the driver, so it will actually, when you're using the native nav system, put up animated arrows so you can see where you're going, and it will show you the direction, and it shows you how close you are in the lane, and it could potentially be distracting, but then you are looking at a view from a camera at the front of the car, so even if you take your eyes off the road, you're still watching the road just through a screen. Steering wheel has a really nice feel to it. Flat bottom, nice leather quality finish, some pretty easy to use controls here. The seats are leather, 18 ways of electric adjustment. They are massaged. There is a massage function. They're heated, ventilated, and incredibly comfortable. And the seating position in the cabin, nice, low, sporty, good visibility, and it feels like a proper driver's car. So yeah, all up, this cabin from the driver's perspective is a wonderful place to be. Your backseat passengers, but especially kids, are going to be in heaven here in the back of the G80. In fact, they're not going to want to get out of the car because this screen system is just awesome. Now, this is an option. It's not standard, but it has Netflix, it has YouTube. You can plug in external HDMI and USB-C devices into this, so the entertainment options are limitless. Backseat passengers can also control the volume and their rear climate from back here, and yeah, look, it does feel like it's a little bit close to the passenger. Hopefully your head would never get this far forward if you're in an accident because you have your seatbelt on, but it is here right in front of your face, and it's a beautiful screen. And that's not all the tech that's back here, because lower this armrest and backseat passengers get a full suite of controls. They've got the jog wheel here to control their screens if they prefer to do it that way, controlling their heating and ventilation for their seats. They can move their seats backwards and forwards. Cup holders here that slide up mechanically. We've got another phone charger here and another center console bin with 2 more USB-C chargers. So this is really an incredible backseat in many ways. I think I want to stay here rather than being at the front. Well, actually, speaking of the amount of room here, there is plenty of room. I'm behind my own seating position, 190 centimeters tall. I've got plenty of knee room. Headroom a little bit limited just because of this car's coupe shape, but I think we can give it a pass. The rear window here has a retractable blind as well. That just goes up and down at the push of a button. And these windows also have privacy shields on them too. So is the Genesis G80 a turnback car, a car so good looking that you have to turn back and look at it after you've parked it? Yep, it is distinctive, it stands out on the road, it's extremely eye-catching, and it's a really good design. Yeah, it's definitely turnback worthy. So one of the first things you notice when you go for a drive is just how quiet it is. It is really dead quiet in here. There is some level of artificial engine noise. You can switch that off if you like. I like it on. I like to hear it occasionally, and even though it's fake, it sounds authentic enough, although it does sound a little bit more like a V8 than a V6, but it is really quiet in here. The outside world is well and truly outside. The only thing to disturb you from your peace and quiet is the incessant beeping, and there's a lot of it. There's lane departure warnings, blind spot warnings, overspeed warnings, taking your eyes off the road warnings, red light camera warnings, speed camera warnings, bus lane warnings. The only one of those you can easily silence is the overspeed warning just by holding down the mute button on the steering wheel for 3 seconds. Otherwise, you can turn some of those off, but you do have to go into the menu, and I think you probably have to do it on every trip, which is not really convenient. Contrast to some luxury SUVs, noting that this is indeed not an SUV, it's a sedan, the ride feels dynamic and the car feels incredibly well planted to the road. I mean, being nearly 2 meters wide certainly helps with that. But there's no body roll, everything is just very smooth. Drive modes, well, there's a few to choose from. We get Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, which also turns off the traction control, and the My mode, where you can adjust some of those individual factors by themselves. I like Sport. It's fun. Makes a bit of noise, hangs onto the gears a little bit long, but it's just a little more engaging than Comfort. So rather than the sort of outright sporty performance you get in this car's smaller sibling, the G70, which gets the same 3.5 litre engine as this feels sporty, but a little more refined. It's a bit more of a luxury experience, but with sporting overtones.